If I haven't gone insane already, these halogen lights are going to do it. These are the things you need to consider when getting office space. I forgot how much I despise these halogen lights. As much as I get illuminated in this angelic glow, not very conducive for actually seeing things. So I don't know. Maybe I'm going to just shut the lights and use natural light. But at this point, the fade is on. It's 11 o'clock. We were all hoping that, or maybe you weren't hoping, that the market would show some stability today, right? You were hoping for it, right? We had this sell-off and everyone's confused. Oh, what am I going to do? Oh, here's what's happening. No leadership, confusion, uncertainty, and you know all those things equal market going down. The latest fad is over, which were Chinese internet stocks. We've been talking about it. The Baidu is the only company that's relatively, or you could say is a legitimate company. Now even Cena's taken a hit. Sohu. Of course, Yoku was our favorite ones to pound on because, as I gave that link to you guys, and I think I mentioned about, it's going to be really hard for you guys to short that Yoku when it looked like it was going to go to 100 at one point. But when it did turn, it was going to turn and die. And here we are. Because the first things to do when the market turns is kill the stocks you don't understand and how they make money. And as much as they're getting a little bit more hammered than I thought they would in this short period of time, some of these companies aren't coming back, people. So the last people who are getting in are the first people to get out. Remember, that's what's going to happen now. The nibblers come in, all right? They see the stock that was $70. They see it at 40. They start to nibble, not thinking about anything else, fundamentals, charts. They just see price. Price starts to go down. They're the first ones out. The nibblers come in at 35. Doesn't make a move back up. They're the first ones out. Next thing you know, that stock's looking for 30. The nibblers come. On and on and on until the stock goes back to the IPO price, which we were giggling about it and laughing and joking how the stock would probably go to 18 or 20 bucks. We're almost there. So it's probably in the cards. We saw what happened to Rhino. We saw what happened to Heat. We saw what happened to some of these coal companies, the Chinese solar companies. Just look at the ghost cities of China and tell me if you want to invest your money in China. You don't know what's going on there. You don't know about what these stocks are doing. You don't know what stocks are doing in general. Why would you want to push the envelope that much further into the world of nothingness? You have no idea what's going on. It's not like you can call the CEO. It's not like you can call investor relations unless you speak that language. Okay? You're not going to get anybody on the phone over there. And as much as I distrust everybody, the Chinese stocks weren't even in my realm of even for an inkling did I trust these companies. Please. So some of them are not coming back, people. Do not get caught. As much as I want you to try to trade these things and try to squeeze some money out of them, you got to remember, do not get trapped in any of these stocks because some of them are not coming back. So where do we have the market right now? The market tried to, gain some ground, and we're rolling over and going negative. And what does that mean? That means more people will be getting scared momentarily. Brings me back to what our prediction with Google was. Google, as much as it's a juggernaut, as much as it's a household name, the stock has never participated in this rally. Of course, coming off the lows from 2008, 2009, it had a decent move, but considering what we were witnessing in the market, and Google was left behind, first to fall. Google's going to 485. Now, I'm not suggesting that you go crazy and short this stock, but what I've been doing is to give myself some cushion. I've been shorting some calls, 40, 50 points out of the money, and waiting for them to expire worthless, or just playing it that way. Just gives you a little bit of cushion, like I've been doing on the CMG, like I've been doing on the Open. Now, this strategy doesn't pertain to a lot of people because you do need a little bit more capital than maybe you have to sell naked calls, but it does serve some protection because you're playing with a 30 or 40 or 50-point cushion in some respects on these stocks. Now, as far as the Qs, we're still nowhere, people. We still haven't got back down to the nuclear holocaust lows, which we're about to test probably maybe today or tomorrow. Because if the market rolls over and goes red today, It's going to scare that many more people. And the nibblers are the first to go. You got Google, you got Apple, you got all of our leadership stocks that are dead and dying. Now, what's going to happen? It has to be, now everyone's going to be talking about capitulation. Ooh, that one big flush out. Maybe that's not, wait, it's never the same, okay? There's always a little bit of a change. It's never going to be the same because then it would be too easy, right? I was hoping this sell-off would be even more painful than it is, right? Slower. I need a slower, more painful sell-off. We got it out of the way because if you just look back at, April 20th, we were hitting highs. Next thing you know, a month later, we're getting smoked every day now. 30 points on the NASDAQ, 40 points on the NASDAQ. Bang, 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 we're back to those lows. I was hoping for a more choppy, sideways action, drifting downward, and then we would have that capitulation and then start a rally again. It's not working out according to plan, but at the same time, we are going down. Let me just check where we are right now because, like I said, the leadership stocks are gone. Now, what we're going to need now is a new fad. Also, remember what we talked about, the IPOs. That was our last indication that the market might be topping out because all the people were like, we better do our IPO now and cash out of this market because it looks like it's getting a little bit toppy, a little bit weak. So let me get out, let me do my IPO now and cash out. LinkedIn, Russian Google. Russian Google is actually hanging out pretty well so far. If it breaks 30, I'm probably going to dump it. It's one of my only stocks that I'm in right now. I own this some biotechs I read about that might be getting taken over, but that's just a spec play on my point. It's not even point in mentioning it. If you want to talk about it, we could talk about it in private. I don't like talking about speculative takeovers because if it gets taken over, then I'm like, oh, what did he know? But yeah, let's get to that one if it actually does get taken over. But we had all the signs, and of course it looks so brilliant. You look brilliant when it happens after the fact, but if you didn't profit on it, then you really didn't know anything, right, in this business because the bottom line is all that matters. So what are we going to do today? Now, what's going to happen is now that we've lost our leadership, we need another fad. We need another bubble. We need something to pump it up. And what I think is going to come now is cloud, not cloud computing stocks because we kind of already had that run, but they were going to have to protect the cloud. Can't you see it already? Software companies that are going to protect the cloud. All your stuff's going to be out there in the cloud. You don't want to be hacked into and somebody's going to steal all your information. As far as I'm concerned, the cloud will stay in my house, in my drawer, in a little black box that nobody can touch, called a hard drive. I'm going to stick with that. Fuck a cloud. But eventually, everyone's going to be on the cloud. All your information is going to be out there. And all these software companies protecting the cloud. There's going to be a commercial with the Rolling Stones in the background. Hey, you stay off of my cloud. It's coming. That'll be their next fad, and that's all we'll be talking about. First, you'll have your 3 or 4 leaders that go up every day. Then you'll have the stragglers. You got those middle guys that start making moves. Then you'll have stocks that no one's ever heard of that will go from $1 to $8 because they have something to do with cloud. Maybe the guy's last name is Cloud, the CEO, and the stock will go up 150% because his last name is Cloud. And then you'll have the penny stocks that kind of resemble software companies that do something with the cloud. And we'll have that boom. The market will start going off on that. Next thing you know, the cloud computer software stocks will start crashing and we'll go back down again. That's what we need. So here's your idea. Here's what I'm going to put to you. Come up with something right now because the market needs something. The market needs some leadership. Invent something. Do something. Instead of sitting there staring at me. Do something. Invent something. Come on, we need some help here. Because if we don't have a new leadership soon, we're going to hell. Steve Jobs, guy's dwindling away. Breeze blows too hard at the next meeting. The guy's going to float up into the air and you'll never see Steve Jobs again. The guy weighs about 14 pounds. You notice how the market started going down when he made that announcement, right? They didn't care about what this guy had to say. Wow, look at what this guy looks like. Let's sell everything. Right? Do you realize that we had another leg down after that meeting with the Apple? It wasn't about what he was saying, it was about how he looked. If God is about to die, maybe the tech sector is also. That's all I'm going to have to say. Also, you can follow me, don't forget, HTB_Krull. I'm on the Twitter. I'm on the Stock Twits. I'm going to be doing some stuff for Stock Twits. Probably going to just dress up as a nerd and call myself Stock Twit. Get a bow tie or something that spins around. Yeah, I'm the Stock Twit. Me. Something along those lines. But maybe even like a morning call with a bullhorn or something. I don't know. But again, follow me, HTB_Krull, so you can see what I'm doing. And most importantly, when the new site eventually does get launched, we are going to have some fucking fun. And that won't be till, everything is all online. And if you're familiar with building trading platforms, again, remember, now that I own everything, I have to hire people to help me do stuff. So if you're versed in anything that you think you can help me with, drop me a line at jefferson@hitthebid.com. But more importantly, follow me at hitthebid, HTB_Krull on the Twitter. Let's get up to like 400,000 followers. We'll do flash mobs just for the hell of it. We'll do naked flash mobs. Has that one been done? Have they done naked flash mobs yet? No naked flash mobs. So we'll just do naked flash mobs, and we'll just scream Google and run through the streets of Manhattan. It'll be fun. So don't forget to follow me. All right? And then whatever these other social networking doodads are out there, I'm going to be on those soon also, because that's what they're telling me. They're telling me that's what the kids are doing. That's what they're telling me. They're not into the alcohol and the drugs anymore. They're into the social media. I don't know what happened to society, but I like drugs and alcohol. So that's that. See ya.